All right. You let me know when you're ready on your
Yep,
end.
we're starting right now. This is
Uh,
Scorgan and Mutt back for Game 4 of the Blood Bowl season. This game that we'll be loading up here will be between Thorin's Thawed. Let me pull that
No,
out
this is
here. So,
Super Very Good Boys
I'm sorry.
versus Arcane Mistake
Yes,
in the Super Very Good Guys Stadium, which I believe is one of the Magic Dome stadiums
that is correct.
off head top. I see the purple bluish hue there in the background.
hmm
Come through our team presentations.
And again, for those who watched the first one, it's all chaos. He had one player out, so as you can see, he got a goblin from, I believe that is Underworld Goblin.
I do believe so.
And I believe this team was fully intact. Jerra's Lizardmen, which is just Lizardmen.
We have a
Um,
kickoff here, resulting in the Arcane Mistake choosing to go on the defensive. And the Arcane Mistake also winning the fan factor toss with a total roll of 11. Weather currently nice as it's going to be thanks to creepy elven magic.
mhm.
Let's get the skills up, the invested skills up here on the screen. We do see the loner goblin from Underworld, which I believe is stat wise the same as a normal goblin. I don't recall the Underworld
It
goblin being
should be
different.
identical. I mean, especially in this game in regards, I believe they might have mutation access coming off of Underworld, but
All right, we
again,
get a
not
extra
gonna affect
reroll.
this.
The extra reroll for the coach opting to build his team around a singular starting reroll is
hmm
a great choice. We are watching from the perspective of Coach Don Fleurspar here. Uh, an interesting choice as we are rapid firing, getting through the joy of replays being fairly quick. Putting his sure hands on the line.
Yes, I'm surprised. He put so many of his players actually on the line in defense. Because you're just letting the Lizardmen just punch you.
All right, and already leaps and bounds above Jerra the Mage's first skink reveal here. They actually picked the ball, Scorgan. They actually
Yes.
did it. The Mad Lad did it.
Go.
And we will note this was a match played where the coaches opted to avoid any banter between each other, opting to just focus on their own games.
Yes.
Um, and we'll see if the result turns into some interesting plays. That's best we can hope for. Coming into week 2, I don't recall any of these players securing a level up. So the skills they got, maybe the Saurus there that now seems to have tackle. I don't. I should have
I
taken better
don't
note.
believe anyone leveled up off of week ones. Um, there might have been a a level one something that happened to get
Uh,
a
okay,
store and
no.
something, but
Venusaurus here either got just a single Kaz. They're at 18, so
yeah, I don't believe simple answer. I don't believe
yeah.
any of these had any level ups over what you would have seen in week one.
Also, Mother Teresa. Will we see better uses of our mighty blow, Mother Teresa over here? I really hope so. I really do. Towards the end of game one, it started to become a significant factor, and I hope he recalls it as we get Mr. Rogers stunned down on the pitch.
hmm
No bloodstained sweater yet, but his own. Really need to
Looks like
stop the
Jerra is
camera from snapping
opting to
around.
really dedicate to one side of the field here,
Get through settings.
which, as a Lizardman coach, this isn't such a um, bad option to actually, you know, really go strong on one side of the field because your team is so fast that if you can draw the slightly slower um, chaos team to that side of the field, then you can kind of switch over to the other side and potentially outrun his strength four um, chaos warriors. They're not a lot slower, but your skinks are definitely the fastest piece on the board.
I mean, the loner. Yeah, that's right. They are two up over the loner goblin, and we are looking at two sources already sidelined for
Mm-hmm.
Coach Jerra here. Um, we get one of the three rerolls, resulting in a vendor slips and the first bonehead of the game. I, dodge out stunty fails. I still my I would feel nervous with my effectively my ball securing piece being here in the scrum.
I would agree. Um,
That just I've got this sinking feeling something is going to go wrong.
that bonehead really hurts this turn. With if he was if all he was doing was just standing there,
Yeah, you're
with
not
prehensile tail, he
8
really
squares
didn't have a
covered.
good way of getting people to the ball. But that
Beautiful blitz with the Croxigar leading to an armor break, maybe? No armor break, but the ball scattered. Early committal to the pickup. The reroll results in a successful ball in hand.
didn't really
Still
like
looking
where
at
he decided to go with the skink there. If he had ran just straight across, um,
further right field.
yeah,
Would have been
further right field. I mean, he does move over and put a decent cage on it, but it's a skink cage.
a skink cage with the Saurus
See,
corner. The
because
loner goblin moving in.
as I mentioned earlier, you kind of drew the majority of his players over to the right. If he had just went hard to the left, you're probably going to outrun them down that other side.
If nothing else, you will inch forward because I think the 2 movement difference between him and the goats, but the goats are all tied
Mm-hmm.
up.
Yes.
I see. Now that I think about it, his entire team is move 6. Yes.
Move 6, I believe move 5 on the Chaos
Yes.
Warriors.
Warriors are 6. Oh, what was I clicking over here? That was I must have been clicking Mother Teresa on accident.
Possibly.
A dodge out of prehensile tail, not punished.
I mean, I hate to say it, but there are quite a few big guys in this league that have prehensile tail, and the blatant disregard of the fact that they have it, for some of these coaches is it's it gets my goat, you might say,
Do you think it's
because the
just
prehensile
the
tail apparently can't
novice?
get it.
Is just the inexperience of some coaches having not really played against the
You
skill?
you would think that, but I mean, obviously, if it triggers and you see it in a game, you should be able to say, oh, okay, he's got this thing called a prehensile tail. So if I try to dodge away from that again later in this game, it's going to be at -1. So when you see it happen like 5 or 6 more times before the end of that game, you kind of got to question it.
Right. Ball is getting surfed off the pitch with a KO. And again, the team's being close enough that no inducements.
Mhm.
And the ball scatters quite beautifully for the sake of Don here. Now he just has to get someone over there. And where is his sure hand?
Oh, that's right. I
Sure
forgot
hands
how
is the one
deep
that did the
that drops.
blitz.
Now see, here it is. He put all of his skinks all the way over on that one side, right?
All but the one that's laying on the ground.
Yeah. So, but I again, he really doesn't have um, anyone who can run down there and pick up that ball easily. It would take him, 2 turns to get a skink over there, but by then a goat is going to have the opportunity to pick it up and score.
I mean, the Crocs blitz is a decent band-aid solution to that.
Right. Again, with the push, puts prehensile tail on these guys. But with my rant earlier, I think you know what's about to happen. I
Clearly,
think.
you strength up on the Crocs, getting some assists in there, and you blitz it down, and then go for the ball, right?
You would think.
Clearly.
I mean, most of your players are pretty tied up, and again, you got the skinks coming. So,
See here, you hit
I
Bob
mean,
Ross into
you
Venusaur's
can
Darkbane.
blitz with the
One,
horns and
two,
basically have
three,
a one
four,
up right
five,
here. I mean, a one
six.
die.
Okay, gets 2 die on it.
Goes
Okay, yeah,
goes for the
that
dodge.
there we
Yep.
go.
Gets the 2 die.
Yeah, you had me worried there, Scorgan.
Hmm.
Like I have faith in Don. He's quite adequate in punching things. He's definitely getting better at some of his positioning. Now,
Just
exactly what he
push him
didn't need.
down. Yeah, bringing more
Fortunately, scatters
players
forward.
around. Yeah. Yeah, if he had gotten that pickup, that would have been a score. But now it's just sitting there.
Oh, the loner. Oh,
So
that would have been horrible.
yeah, re-roll for the loner. I mean, you got to, but and Blitzes gets up there at least marking it, putting prehensile tail on the guy. Would have liked to have seen him just start moving those skinks right away because you got to get at least one down there, which he does. But
Could have been his blitz right there. See, that would have made it strength 4, 2 assists. That would have been 2 die blitz.
possibly,
Unless I'm shit at math. I mean, you just, I guess, still blitz with Emo and then try to pick the ball up. This is a choice.
you know, I know what he's going for here. He's hitting it to scatter the ball over so that he potentially doesn't have to pick up in
In a
another
tackle zone.
in
Yeah.
another tackle zone. It's it's not the worst selection, but again, the dodge away.
Dodgeway eats the reroll, which
Right.
of course results in
But you do now have the Croxagore tied up pretty well because of the one agility, and you do have one more turn to get that ball in.
removals are helping so much right now.
I remember I didn't start watching this game. I came into the game roughly around turn 7 or 8 here. and was thinking,
There we go.
you
We got
know,
the score.
he's doing so well at actually preventing this, even for a few turns. But yes,
All right. Score
scores on the
leading
last
into
turn of the
halftime. I
which
do
for
have,
Don
unfortunately, I have animation
actually
bomb.
is kind of a bad thing because I believe he had multiple players that were KO'd, so he didn't get the double
He
one.
had just the one which came back. It is Jerra who, of the three, only got the skink back. His two block Sauruses and his block tackle Saurus, most notably.
Right.
One of his two block tackles are still off field.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's what I was thinking. I remember I mentioned that. I was like, wow, that kind of hurt that he didn't get the double chance at the.
Imagine having them back leading into this blitz. If he gets to get into position, possibly steal the
Hmm.
ball. I don't know why. Which skink are you putting under? Got to put one of them under there.
I didn't like how many he puts on this. Um,
What- Uh, why are you not going under the
yeah,
Jerra?
you're basically.
Jerra?
I mean,
Okay, it scatters, but Mother Teresa's just going to eat that,
yeah,
right?
he doesn't put
Right?
anybody under there to try to catch it. He just puts a bunch of players
Near it, which I
near
mean,
it.
had he put it under it, could have resulted in having a sort of a pre-cage setup.
Yeah, see, he could have very well put four players down there and putting, kind of the cross on it. Um, and if his sneak actually catches it, then you have a decent little cage. It's not a great cage, but I mean, it definitely forces him to do something. He does get the dodge, on the block, so it didn't turn out too bad. But the fact that he even stole this, kind of gives the Lizardmen a little bit of a hope. But
Yeah, I mean,
again,
you stole it with stunty dodgy people.
hmm
Dunty. That's it. It's now Dunty for the rest of this game.
yeah.
They're Dunty.
Don does do a very good job of, really screening that really hard on that side to force him to push it back. But of course, he still has buttered up skinks in this game.
I I don't know what he's done, but yeah, whatever it is, his skinks just cannot for the life of them pick up a ball, and as a result, it is loose on the ground. Fortunately, again, the sure hands go was in the right place, but movement 8 sees that the ball skitter scatters the hell away from it.
Hmm.
So your sure hands character is now nowhere near being able to secure it, and we get a both down.
And as down as Jerra is right now, I mean, technically they're pretty equal, but he's got mostly skinks going up against uh I really wanted him to just press hard and just hope for the dodges because the one tackle piece is all the way on the other side on the feet on the ground right now.
And instead, you leave it open for a 2-die block.
Because I mean, it's not like you got a good cage there. I mean, it was a very bad cage.
We are trading stuns, and the 3 dice aren't really leading to much. Potential surf later here on Ariana Laugh Shield. Baldric goes for a nap.
Yeah.
See, this would be my concern with such a skink heavy team is not only do you now not have the ball secured, you have to pick the ball back up, and your skink army is getting the the ship punched out of it down on the other side of the field.
Uh huh. I mean, he played what he was given. He got the very shallow kick, and saw the opportunity to potentially steal it.
I mean, who here wouldn't?
Right.
I
Drawing the entire defense to the one side, so you start to try to circle back around, but kind of get caught up here because of bad handoffs and just having to scrum it. But the thing about skinks is they're stunty. They have dodge. As long as you're not dodging into another tackle zone, they dodge away without the -1. Um, so he's finally doing what I would expect most people to do with skinks is don't stand there, just dodge away rather than hitting anything with them.
be the annoyance you were born to be.
And I would have preferred that he actually, rather than running them all up there, leave one on the other side of the field down there in scoring range. So that if you can actually get this ball and dodge through with a skink, you got something to hand off to and you tie this
With
up.
Don's whole murder team down there, you had the Mighty Blows, you had the tackle down there.
No,
You don't
no,
think that thing would
I'm
have
saying
gotten
rather than running
swept?
back up with all of those skinks, run one across the field to the left side of the field.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. I
So
may have
just
said it
notice
wrong.
Elmo is sitting on a level up at come the end of this game, so good on you, Elmo. I believe he was the one that got the score of the
Um,
previous half.
okay, I've got to step away here, Mutt. The gentleman I was waiting for to show up just showed.
All
But
right,
I will
I
be
will
back
try
as
to
soon as possible.
fill the void of personality. I don't know how I'm going to do it. All right, we get the precarious one die blitz with a skink, fortunately securing the ball to follow up and then failing to go for it behind it. Quite the comedy of choices there. We are going to turn 13 here for the super very good guys. A horns blitz resulting only in a push with a, I guess you could follow that up. Since your sure hands, what is the name of your sure hands? I keep forgetting. Don, I am so sorry. Phineas. If Phineas can there get the ball, which it looks like that is the go-to. Got the ball. Sure hands not needed. We are now attempting mainly just to keep key pieces as tied down as possible. Now we can look at 2 dodge outs into a blink to another 1 die block, which is now prevented via the loner goblin coming in and showing its worth. And we are immediately, yeah, there's the dodges. Do we get another dodge blitz? We do indeed. The dodge, unfortunately, why there? Um, why? All right, we attempted to dodge straight north instead of taking the angle for the lower chance, and then coming around, resulting in the super very good guys going up 2-0. Now, with 3 turns remaining, it is within the realm of possibility for the Arcane mistake here to come back with a 2-1, at least secure some SVP. But the game is more or less decided as we get another quick snap. Seems this week is very prevalent with them. Um, and yet another touchback. The lack of kick being shown, and they just tap out and call it a day. So our end results are a 2-0 victory for the super very good guys, giving Coach Don. This is off head top. I believe that makes it a 1-1 record for him without cheating and looking. We will confirm the records here shortly. But with 11 armor breaks, the Skinks showing their value towards the other team. Mr. Rogers gets the MVP. Being the tackle goat who could do with getting some more of that juicy experience. Zatarus Loreweaver, um, the MVP for the Lizardmen. We come over here to our statistics. Arcane Mistake held the ball for the majority of the time, but it did not take many turns for the super very good guys to acquire their scores. Um, Skink showing yardage via uh, almost a little over double their opponent. Um, over SPP earned. Only the MVP for the Lizardmen, whilst the super very good guys getting the MVP on Mr. Rogers, a score on Phineas, and a score on Elmo. Which, as I recall, that does give Elmo a level up. I will happily be trying to get hold of Coach Don at some point um, to find out just what he decided to do with that level up. Don't just cheat. Take a sneak peek here after the game. Armor dice, a 78% success here, going in versus a 50% armor 6 team. Um, the injuries that got rolled successfully. Did not attempt as many dodges. We then look over here at Arcane Mistake, who had the good fortune, if nothing else, that of the 12 boneheads, only 2 failed. They were early ones, and they were the second bonehead not nearly as punished as it could have been, being that it opened up an entire avenue of movement there in the center field. Um, and a far better performance by the Skinks this play with the only one pickup failure versus the like 30 last for game one. That wraps us up. We will take a quick peek into the league's leaderboard here. Now, it has not been updated as of right now, to my knowledge. Oh, correction. We are going to back away because that's been updated for after this week, and that's a mild spoiler. So y'all didn't see that. Anyhow, that is where we're going to wrap up this particular game. We will be back with the remaining 2 week 2 games here soon as possible. Here I go to crash Leah's phone.